Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sam J. Welcome back to the channel. Anyway, if you're one of the followers of the channel or you're new here, please follow us and subscribe. Yeah, you're going to hear all about new upcoming cameras, my journey and experience with the digital, mostly 35mm cameras and 3D printing and all kind of stuff. Again, it's a journey. It's not very specific to anything, but it's about innovation and creativity. Okay, so let's dig into this subject very quickly. We're talking about the Rollei 35mm autofocus for 2025-2026. This is amazing. If you follow my channel, I talk about the Pentax 17 and the upcoming Canon one that nobody knows about, and others, and the camera from Amsterdam, analog AF-1. Again, follow the channel and see my other videos talking about. Just this is amazing. Is 35mm analog cameras coming up in this day and age, brand spanking new again. But this video is about the Rollei 35mm. So stick with us and see what's in store for you. Okay, welcome back. So let's dig into this quickly. So I'm gonna put some screenshot on the screen and talk about the Rollei 35mm camera. Basically, the size and the looks and everything's look the same, except this is the modern one. This is coming up right now. And I'm gonna put everything we're talking about here in this video. You're gonna have links in the description. I tried to sign up for it, like I signed up for the analog AF-1, which is an upcoming camera in June. But that one is like point and shoot and inexpensive, about $300+. But the Rollei is about $799. It's very expensive. So tell me, do you have an old Rollei? Are you happy with it? Are you gonna sign up for the new design? Not really new design, it's the new camera coming up this year or later. I'm assuming around September, maybe Christmas time. They stopped taking pre-orders. They were overwhelmed. Do you believe this? I don't believe it. I mean, the 35mm revolution was on its highest peak about 7 years ago, and then 4 years ago, and then during COVID it spiked up, but then it died a little bit after COVID, but now it's picking up again. Do you agree with that, or you still think it's a small niche? It's a small niche, but it's growing. It's not stopping, believe me, because with digital and mirrorless, I mean, it's very busy. The market is very busy. Too many options, and you're just focusing on features and megapixels. Again, subscribe to the channel. I have a specific subject on megapixel, which is ridiculous. Now we have Canon offering 410 megapixels. But again, back to this Rollei. You can't pre-order it now. That's the bad news. So I'm going to give it to you right now. You can't. You just can't. So what you need to do is subscribe. Go in their website. Again, this video is not sponsored by anybody. So when the market opens or the website opens for pre-orders again, you can order yours. Again, it looks the same like the traditional Rollei, but it has autofocus. It has LiDAR. I mean, LiDAR is coming up in all the new cameras, the 35mm cameras. Pretty interesting. I'm still learning about it. If you know what that is, put some comments in here, and I'll try to go into this subject in more detail. But it's crazy. What do you think? Is this just another niche and it's going to fade away, or it's going to continue on? Again, look at Lomography. Again, if you don't know what Lomography is, subscribe to the channel. I have one video specifically about Lomography. It's another cult by itself. They use point and shoot 35mm camera to take all kind of pictures. There is Lomography walls and everything else. It is just crazy. Again, join us, subscribe so you can learn more. Again, you support this community. I mean, if you want us to keep going, we're contribution motivated. This group, this community is contribution motivated. We see, their need there. We'll keep contributing, but we're not stopping. Even if I have one subscriber, I'm going to keep going because that's my passion. That's what I like. We'll keep on going from there. So let's dig into this Rollei. And then again, I'll put some pictures, and this way it's a little bit entertaining for you. You look at the new design. So let's talk about the history of the Rollei. It was introduced in, I think, the 1920s. So this is over 80 years. Do you believe this? A camera over 80 years, and it's still going. That tells you about the quality and the popularity of this camera. Design and innovation of it's called Rollei Flex. It was known for its high quality build. Again, high quality, and the collapsible lens. The lens goes in and out. So again, number one is quality, and it's reliable mechanical system. That's why they're still ongoing right now. Look at this. I'm going to put the old one and the new one next to each other and look at it on the screen. And it's popular. Why? It's, first of all, it's used among a lot of amateur and professional photographers. I know it's compact in size, but the image quality is top notch. Again, if you have one of these, let us know. Have you used it? Can you share some of those things that pros and cons of this Rollei system? Again, they improved it along the way, but basically, it stays the same. It has a legacy. It's called Rollei Flex. I mean, look at the screen, look at the pictures. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful camera, 35mm analog camera. It has a rich history, and it's used, I think, by the many famous folks in England. Princess Diane, I think, and others. So let's talk about the new design here. I'm going to put the picture on the screen so you can see that it has an OLED display. So I don't have it in my hand, so I don't know what's on the OLED display. What's going to show? Maybe the film and other features like the aperture and shutter speed and etc. It has built-in flash, obviously, like all the built-in flash like the original design. But it looks the same. I mean, look at it. Do you think it's different? I don't think so. It's just a beautiful Rollei, but it's just the new one. Again, like I said, it's been used before by others. They say, Queen Elizabeth. I don't know if it's true, but my research says it's been used by the Queen and others in England. So it has any camera that has history behind it, written history, it goes up in value. I don't care what kind of camera is it, but if it's used by person A, B, or C, then it builds history and the followers, and it's like the Contax. Again, if you watch my video, I talk about the Contax camera. It's used by some singers and photographers and other people in Hollywood and all that, and all of a sudden, boom, it has the followers there and the cult. But again, the Contax is a solidly made camera. Again, so right now we got the Rollei, we got the Contax, we got the Pentax 17, we got the analog AF1, we got like 4 or 5 different cameras right now, coming up right now, which is, I just don't believe it. This moment, I never ever thought it's gonna come. It's like we're gonna keep buying, on eBay and other websites and Alibaba and whichever country you're in is those old 35mm, Practicas and Minoltas and Canon AE1 and Pentax K1000. And those things, they're not going to last forever. I mean, any camera over 100 years, some electronics on the inside is going to start failing. And there's nobody here. I don't know if you know somebody that fixed those, put their link in there so we can share it with everybody else. But it's too expensive to fix. And you just buy a new one instead of fixing the old one. So in the next 20 to 30 years, those Pentax 1000 and AE1 and Canons and the stuff that people are buying right now, they're gonna fade away. It's a fact of life. And then the resurgence of the Rolleis and the resurgence of the new Canon, supposedly new Canon coming up with a new camera, and the Pentax 17. Pentax 17 is it's in the middle price-wise. You got the analog right here, Pentax 17, and you got the Rollei here. So there is a 3-tier pricing system. So you want to pay 300, you want to pay 500 or 700. I think pricing-wise, the Rollei is priced just right for its quality and features. I mean, you look at any mirrorless camera, you're gonna pay 500 plus. I mean, you want a good one, it's gonna be over 1,000. So what do you think? Do you have any of these? Do you have an old Rollei? Are you happy with it? Do you have the Pentax 17? I'd like to hear somebody that has Pentax 17. I've seen, read a lot of reviews and watched the videos like you're watching this video, but it was plus or minus, the Pentax 17 is a little big, bulky, I guess, but the Rollei is it's iconic. It didn't change. It feels the same. So you hold one, it's like the old one, again, go to their website, sign up so you know when it's come out. You don't have to buy it. It's just to keep up with the news or watch the channel. I'll keep you guys updated. Rollei 35mm autofocus coming up supposedly this year, but the orders were overwhelmingly that they stopped taking orders. I can't believe it. Do you believe it? What do you think of 35 millimeter? It's just a cult or a niche? Again, cults and niche, those things last for practically forever. The standard things that everybody buying every day, that's the stuff that fades away because it doesn't go up in value. Like they say, dime a dozen. But the stuff that's important, it's small. Important things in life are not abundant. They're limited, they're small, they're needed. That's why 35 millimeter, photography is like that. It's a niche. It's small, it's not huge, it's needed, it's a process. It's not a thing. It's not like you buy the camera and you're done with it. It's the process, like I said before on this channel. You buy the film, you load the film, you take the pictures, you send them for development, you get back the prints or sometimes the scans. So it's a process. There's waiting in it. There is no lizard brain in it. I heard this term before, lizard brain. So you have to wait for it. It's not instant gratification. There's element of surprise. You get them back, you see them, you enjoy them, you put them in the album. I hope you print them or you scan them. So it's the process. So when we're talking about this subject here, it's not the camera itself. The camera is the black box, frankly. They're all the same. You got the film. What matters is the lens. Again, it's the process. Do you think it's more than the process? What do you think? Is anything other than the process? Put your comments there. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to hear something like this over and other things and interesting things, subscribe and join this community, because this community supports the 35 millimeter, supports lomography, supports innovation and inspiration. I mean, let's get inspired. Sometimes your hobby or your inspiration is on the shelf somewhere. Get it off the shelf, take it with you and go in the field. Like if you subscribe to this channel, you see me go in the field, taking pictures and sharing with you guys. Oh, I don't know. I'm excited for this Rollei. I never owned one, by the way. But I'm excited to see what happens next. And I don't own the Pentax 17, but I actually paid the prepay for the Amsterdam-inspired European camera, analog AF-1. Again, subscribe to the channel, and I have this video. Take a look at it and see what's going on with that camera. That camera is sleek, thin, point and shoot, and it's beautiful. 35 millimeter camera coming up this year. 35 millimeter photography. It's more fun, guaranteed. If you don't believe me, you haven't tried it yet. See you next video.